Good evening. I pray all is well. Let me see if anybody, if I am live with everybody hearing or feeling or whatever. But anyway, uh, good evening. I pray all is well. Um, my message has always been changing the vibration of this planet with love, and what conversations can we have to assist in this process? Well, it's been a while since I've done an actual live because most of the time I've been doing my little videos on my way to work, and yeah. But today it's it's a little different. It says time for a change. That's what this video is called, time for a change. Like I said, my message is very much about changing the vibration of this planet. And I wanted to give you a little background. Agboato, Ashuri Wari Wafon. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? It's been a minute, right? But I've been kind of not, um, I've been not in hiding. I ain't gonna say I've been in hiding, but I've been away trying to focus and figure out some things in my life, okay? When I say that my life is really, really, really in the space of understanding this change in the vibration of this planet with love, very much understanding what am I doing, what does it mean, what does it mean for me? Because I've been on this journey or this conversation of changing the vibration of this planet with love for a good amount of years now, and I've been just, whether it's putting out videos, giving little chats, doing little logo, little posts and stuff like that. But I've been doing it for a minute. And I didn't know where this was meant to go to or what it was doing, but I just knew that this was something that I had to continuously do. This was something that I had to stick to. There was something in my system, in my being, in my spirit that said, you have to keep following through on this. And so I had. And so, but the thing is, like I said, I'll give you a little backstory. Through my life, I've been initiated. I'm an initiated priest, and through a good amount of Orisha, initiated to Ifa and ancestors, and a lot of the things that I've been told over the years since my initiation was about my public arena, my public appearance, or what I've come here to do, right? I didn't understand it completely because it was putting me in a space where it was a little uncomfortable. And I say a little uncomfortable because this was something I had to get used to, learning to talk and be open. And so, but in the midst of that, in my divinations, if I was always saying that money is never going to be an issue for me, I'm going to be wealthy, da 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 da. Money is abundant. All the Orisha spoke of this. And so, over the years, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm trying to be obedient. I'm being obedient. What's going on? I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to be manifesting. What is this? And for a long time, it had been really challenging. I ain't even gonna pretend. When I say challenging, it was challenging because, my spirit, my Ori knew that I was aligning with this space of doing what I've been guided to do. But in the same sense, in my reality, it was like, the challenges and the struggles were real. And I couldn't understand why I was still going through this space of challenges at the same time as mentally, I'd say, maintaining my openness or maintaining an openness mentally, but yet stuff physically was just not changing. And I didn't get it. Even with the amount of divinations that I did, with the amount of ebos that I did, it was like, things were not changing, things were not shifting, and I didn't understand what was going on. I was I was getting a little discouraged, but at the same time, anytime that I sit with myself, and I've sat with myself quite a bit of times, Spirit will always tell me, stay consistent, stay the course, don't doubt who you are. Don't doubt what you are. Don't doubt what you're doing. Just continue to stay the course. So with this, like I said, my message has always been changing the vibration into Planet with Love, I had wanted to understand where am I going to go with this. And honestly, I feel so blessed right now. I feel so, I appreciate staying the course, because over this time, and I know it was because of what I was doing with myself, I'd got to a point where I not only understood the dynamics of the way, you know that saying, as you think about, you bring about. There was a space where I had to understand, even if my reality was not changing in my physical, I had to change what was going on mentally and emotionally with me in order to attract the things that I want, attract the life that I want, or attract the life that has always been shown to me through many divinations, you know. And so I got to a point in the last few months. I was kind of stay to myself. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't go to a lot of places that I really wanted to go to. I had to like sit down. And in the time of me sitting down, Spirit opened me up to this amazing process. Because like I said, I do divination, different readings and stuff. And when I spoke to a lot of people, when I'm always talking about, loving yourself and what does that look like and how does that work and some of the feedback I'd always get is like, how do you love yourself? What does that look like? How do you do that? And it's not from a space of people being ignorant or anything like that. It's because, and I've said this many times, we're never taught how to think correctly. And with what's going on in this day and time, it's kind of challenging to think in a space where you are wanting to elevate yourself when all you're seeing is chaos and destruction and turmoil and confusion. It's challenging. So my spirits worked with me, and I ended up, it's madness. It's not madness. It's like I'm still in awe of this, creating a process called a global love frequency. And what this is, it's a 3-phase process of basically changing the vibration of this planet with love. Basically. And the thing is, when this landed in me, in order for me to like start working with this, because this has been going on for a few months for me creating this space. I didn't even play spades at times with my friends at night time, because I was like, no, I gotta do this, I gotta finish this, I gotta work hard on this. And I've completed it. Now the thing is, I've watched and I've listened and I've read a lot of different information in regarding, when you're trying to elevate your own space and feel in the space of love. There's been a lot of information that I've gotten over the years, right? But some of the things that I find, it's like when you have too much to do in a day, too much to how do I put it? Like when you're given instructions to do things. When you have too much to do, it sometimes becomes like overwhelming. So you do it, but then sometimes you don't complete it. And so I was like, I need something to assist in this space where it is simple, yet very profound in the way it allows you to think and feel. And so, again, I swear, my spirits, my ancestors, the Orisha, I give tremendous thanks, because what came out of me at this time is, again, a program, a 30-day program called Global Love Frequency. It's a 30-day vibrational shift, and it's almost like a workbook. And even though I've been, I was told I was supposed to write a book, but I never put nothing together like this before, ever in my life. I've done readings, like I said, and most of the readings that I've done is assisted people in their journey and in their on their journey and their process, recognizing the things, because most of the time it's like, what do you need to hear outside of yourself in order for it to make sense? And that's a lot of the things that I do. I have an ability to be able to allow people to hear certain things that they need. Sometimes that they've been mulling it over, but when you've got a lot of stuff going on, you kind of ignore certain things. So when somebody else comes out and tells you what's going on in your life without you even mentioning nothing, it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought about that. so many things had come up. So, oh, what's that? Someone came on TikTok, and I don't even know what that is. But anyway, so creating this program called a third Global Love Frequency, a 30-day vibrational shift, right? It takes you through a process, one, of understanding yourself. The second phase is how it works with your community. And the third phase is how it works, or how you integrate all of this into a global thing, into a humanity thing. Because like I said, changing the vibration of this planet with love is not easy when you don't know how to connect that space to yourself. And so when they gave me this understanding, and again, because especially with the day and time that we're in, it's very challenging, and it's hard to hold a frequency. It's hard to hold a frequency of your own that is positive, and positive when you see so much negativity going on. You know what I mean? And it's not like you want to dismiss. You can't dismiss what's going on, but at the same time, you can't allow that to consume you, because that's what is happening, and it's consuming in a way where it's creating a lot of fear. And we know what fear does. Fear is a very strong energy that you can create from fear. But when you create from fear, you kind of create a lot of stuff that you don't want. So, again, this process, this global love frequency that I've actually created, is the first step in me moving it beyond me just talking and communicating with people. So, it is a workbook. But because this is, like I said, this is a whole new world for me. I've been doing a lot. I've been doing the processes, and I understand that it works. I feel it. I tried it out when I'm at work. You know what I mean? I try out the way some of the things that it asks you to do and to think about and to process. I've done them, and it's like, yo, I can see how it shifts a lot of things, because it's a ripple effect. It starts with you, then it ripples out into your community, then it ripples out into the world. And that's what this vibrational, the global love frequency is. It's a vibrational shift that is like a ripple effect, but it all starts with you. And it's such a simple process that it's almost like it's too easy. And but the reason why I wanted it that way is because I didn't want anybody to struggle with the understanding of self, because this is bringing an awareness about you that you may not have paid attention to before. And I'm not saying everybody, because, everybody, people are on different journeys. People are in different stages of their consciousness. So, but I wanted something that was very easy to understand and easy to follow through and allow you to be a part of it, So this is where my next step is coming into to ask for assistance. Well, partially assistance, you know what I mean? But so I'm looking for 20 people that are wanting to commit to a 30-day process. And with the 30-day process, that every day we're going to go through something for 30 days. Like I said, it's not a challenging thing. It's quite a... But I want the feedback to see if what I have put together is beneficial. I can feel the benefits, but at the end of the day, global love frequency is about humanity. Again, I'm always talking about changing the vibration into planet with love, and what can we do to assist in that process. So now they've given me an actual tool to utilize to assist everybody that I talk to, or everybody that I come across, to see if this works. So even though again, it is a book that I am going to put out, and when I initially find if you want to volunteer, the price for that is $33. And this is for the 20 people that want to do this day-to-day thing. I'll figure out whether it'll be a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group or something. But I'm looking for 20 people that are willing to work through a 30-day program of changing this vibration, a global love frequency, and giving me feedback about how they how it works and how do they feel about it working. I'm excited because I can feel the difference. I can feel the shift. I can feel the vibration. This is the first time in my life that I've created something that I'm actually wanting to put out. I ain't done this before. This has never been a part of my. It's never been a part of my understanding that this is something that I'm supposed to be doing. But this is when the idea came, and this is what they came. This is how they said it to me. It's that you've been consistently doing the videos. You've been consistently doing the videos and stay in the road of changing the vibration of this planet. Well, sometimes people don't even look at the video, and I don't care. I continuously do it. Why? Because I know what it does for me, and I know what other people. I get messages of people saying, you know what, I needed to hear that today. Thank you so much. That was great information. Oh, that makes so much sense. Da 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 da. And what if I hear me? How you doing? And I'm just so excited to see where this goes. I should you what you were fun, Shamika. How you doing? Iya Oshuntoki, how you doing? Thank you. So yes, so again, I'm looking for 20 people. So if you are wanting to be a part of this process for 30 days, because once I've gotten feedback from this space, then I'm going to publish the book, the 30-day workbook, in order for people to do this at their own time. It's not a what is it? It's a 30-day process. The program is called Global Love Frequency. It is a 30-day vibrational shift program. So every day you'll have something that you should do, or every day it'll give you something to do. It'll prompt you to do something, and then prompt you to think about it and write something down every day. And it's something simple every single day. But what it is to give you awareness about how you're thinking and feeling. Because you know what we don't realize is that we're always broadcasting. Good, bad, or indifferent, we're always broadcasting information constantly. Whether you want to accept it or not, you're always broadcasting information. Your frequency is always going out. It's like you could walk in a room and feel the vibes. You know what I mean? Vibes is because everybody's energy is always talking constantly. And the thing is, we're never aware that we're constantly always broadcasting. So this program or this process is to make you aware of what you're broadcasting. And are you in alignment with what you're broadcasting? Do you want to broadcast what you're feeling? And if so, are you aware of what you're feeling at the time that you're broadcasting? You know what I mean? Whether this is, you're happy all the time, or you're angry all the time, or you're upset, or you're frustrated, or you're, you're cautious, or you're scared, whatever these things are, this space, this journey that I'm going on and want to take everybody on is to make them aware of what they're thinking and feeling, so that they can be very conscious of what they're broadcasting. Because a lot of the times nobody's aware of how they're broadcasting that energy. And energy is always consistently flowing out of you, whether you're speaking or not. And a lot of people are very susceptible to people's energies. I feel people's energies. I feel people's thoughts without them even having to speak. Your energy speaks before you do. And a lot of the times I know what people are feeling and what people are thinking before they even say anything. You know what I mean? Or they could be smiling, smile, and then be feeling all kinds of ways behind the, and that's just because the energy that they give off. And if you're open to that energy, you're going to feel it. And a lot of empaths feel a lot of energy, but don't know how to process it. So again, this is a program or a process. And it's not so much like, and I say this is like, the more people that think about this, the more people that are aware of how they think and feel, the more that they're going to be more conscious of what they're putting out there. And that's what this is about. Most of the time, we're not even conscious of what we're thinking and feeling. We're just going with the flow of, what energy or what stuff is going out like that. And that's a problem. Because if you're not aware of the emotions that you're giving off, That means you're not controlling them. That means something else can control you. That something else can always make you angry. Someone else can make you sad. Someone else can make you, if you sit in a space where everything external to you can and change your emotions like that, you're not in control of this. And that's the thing. We need to be aware of that we have control and power over how we think and feel. When you slow it down, that you become more aware of what's going on, you'll be surprised at how you can regulate yourself even more. And that's what this is really about. When I say changing the vibration of this planet with love, this is not about, this is the thing I always say this, and don't get me wrong, as a black woman, as a black female, Agbo Ato Ashori Wari Wafon Ifalashe, how you doing? I'm a black woman first, okay? I am not ignorant, I'm not blind to a lot of the atrocities that go on. You know what I mean? Outside. I'm not blind to it. At the same time, when spirit keeps talking to me, and what they showed me from a perspective of from a higher realm, meaning that I have to see beyond a lot of the isms and schisms that go on in reality. Because if I paid attention to that, I won't do most of the things that I do. Why? Because you see people do so much chaotic, crazy things, and you want, it's almost like you want to cuss them out, but I have to exhale and then remember what I'm doing this for. Changing the vibration of this planet with love means that I have to do this for all, not just for me. So that means it ain't about racism. It ain't about sexism. So you're not going to have, you know what I mean? If you're gay, you can't be a part of this. Or if you're white, you can't be a part of this. If you're Indian, all of that, that's madness. That's the chaos that keeps things in effect as it is now. This is the madness that keeps people divided. You know what I mean? So when we're talking about changing the vibration of this planet with love, we're talking about humanity's consciousness shifting in such a way that it's changing everything. But the only way that changes if it changes with you first. So how do you do that? And this is why this program or this process has been put together. And so again, if there are 20 people that really want to, would like to do a 30-day program with me and to check it out, you can inbox me or DM me and let me know. I will look in, whether we're friends on here or not. I will look in the in my DM things and check it out and see where we're at, and then we'll go from there. But this is really, I'm excited because it was funny because I actually finished the program a couple of days ago, and when I was putting it together, I was like, I think I need a picture of myself. So, this was like right at the last minute. So I called my friend Raven. I work with her. She is a phenomenal ASD teacher, but she's also a fantastic photographer. And I said to her, please, I've got this book that I'm trying to put together and I need a picture, a headshot to put together and put out there. And she was like, you know what? Right, tomorrow. So we ended up going yesterday to the park and took some pictures, and oh my goodness, it came out beautiful. And just like I said, so impromptu, you know what I mean? The Alafia Iya, how you doing? Good to see you. It was a beautiful thing. So I got that together. So now had to choose out of all those pictures which one to put on the program. But yeah, this is my baby. And Spirit was like, I wasn't ready to do this until now. And the way let me be so dead ass with you right now. They had me in such a way that I say dead ass with you. They had me in such a way that financially everything was like shut down. I am working literally just to pay a bill and keep it moving. And it's hard to live like that. And then still mentally stay sane. And so they put me through and said, okay, well, if you don't like it, then you got to do something about it. And the thing is, some of the things that I'd, some of the divinations that I'd had, or, ancestral readers that said, you got to manifest. You got to manifest. I was like, manifest what? What do I got to do? Da, 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 da. And then, but in the process, I'm still doing this thing, changing the vibration, doing my little videos and da da da, doing the readings in between. You know what I mean? And it's been a challenge. And so, but the thing is, over the years, they've always said, if I do something within my purpose, money will never be an issue. And I didn't understand that my purpose of changing the vibration of this planet with love, something's going to be manifested through that. I had no idea. So when this did come about, where this book came through me to come out, or this process, should I say? I don't say book because it's not an actual book, but it is a book. It is a book. It's a workbook. You know what I mean? But when this information came through me in order to share with the masses, I was floored. I was actually floored because the way it came so easy. Now, I ain't that tech savvy to tell you how am I going to put a book together and this, that, the other. I was figuring stuff out. Trust me, I'm still figuring it out. I ain't even going to pretend I ain't figured it all out, but I'm working through it. But the mere fact that I have got the 30 days collectively together and different tools that we can use along the way, is complete. So I thank my girl, Raven. What is it? Ray B Photography. That when she took the pictures for me yesterday, phenomenal. I'm still in awe when I look at those photographs now. And yeah, I give thanks to Olodumare. I give thanks to my ancestors. I give thanks to Oriye Oshun. I give thanks to all the Orisha. When I say that this came through me, this is a birthing process. It's really a birthing process, and I'm completely honored. I'm completely honored to see that the process that I've been going through is now manifested in a way that I can share it, not just doing videos, you know what I mean? I can actually share it where people can take it home and work on this within themselves. I'm in awe. I'm so much in awe. I'm humbled, should I say. I'm completely humbled. There's nothing like seeing your vision manifest. Listen. Shamika, I'm telling you, I'm in awe right now. I swear. I'm in awe. I'm emotional because it's like, I've never done nothing like this. But I knew there was something that I had to do in order to assist humanity. And I actually, I put a little bit about this in the book. I was saying that, I knew my journey was to change. I wanted to change the world. When I was younger, I had this secret desire or secret wish to change the world. I had no idea what it looked like, how it looked like, da 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 da. So when I came here, and I was having some challenges when I first came here, when I first had children, it was challenging. My mom kept telling me, come home. And I was like, I don't want to go home. There's something I got to do here. I don't know what it is, but there's something I got to do. I knew it. I could feel it. Didn't know what it was. So fast forward, we're talking about what? My daughter's 27 this year. And I knew before I came here that there was something that I had to do. So we're talking about this program or this process has been going on for nearly 30 years. That I knew I was coming to change the world in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so the mere fact that I've got to this point where I've been doing these videos for changing the vibration of this planet with love for the last 8 years, because I know I've been doing it in my car, and I'd been working at the school doing that, and I've been at the school like 8 years. So I've been doing that for that amount of time. There was other stuff that happened in between that helped me get to this point. But this part now, in order for it to manifest into this space where now I'm actually having a process to assist people in their own lives, taking it step by step to change their frequency or to open up their awareness of self, I'm beyond ecstatic. So again, if I'm looking for 20 people, you know what I mean? As I said already, when I put the book out to the masses, it's going to be like, I think it's about $77 or something like that, right? But the first 20 people that get it or work with me on this for 30 days, it's $33, and just give me some feedback about what you think of how this process is, because I didn't want it to be challenging. I didn't want it to be where you're racking your brain and you're trying to figure stuff out. I wanted it to be so easy that it felt natural for you to think about, just to be aware of who you are and what you're doing, just to be aware of your own thoughts, just to be aware of how you're truly feeling. That's how I wanted it. I wanted it to be that easy. And when things are that easy, you're able to retain it without struggling with it. And that's really that's really what I want. I want for us to, because I've done some of these things, and I remember one of the days there was somebody at work that I'd asked, how did I put it? I said I liked something about somebody, right? And at first, when I heard Spirit say, "Oh, tell them you like this," and I was like, "Tell them Jack." And I know that was me and my pride doing it. I ain't telling them Jack. And so that day I didn't do it. But the next day I seen them. I was like, "Oh, I should have told you yesterday. I really like your shoes, da 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 da." And they was like, "Oh, thank you." And then let me know where they got them from and da 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 da. And so I was with one of my children, and the little boy, and after I said I really liked them, they was really fine. The little boy says, "Yeah, I like your style too." So she turned around, she's like, "Oh wow, y'all just made my day." When I say smiled like a Cheshire cat, just from me. And you know what? The interaction would have been, I promise you, it would have been her walking one way and me walking the other, because we was in crossing. But my spirit said, "Say this." And I said it because I really did like her shoes. It wasn't a case where I was lying. I just didn't want to, I didn't want to start that process. But when I did it, I felt the shift and I saw the shift and how it shifted her energy. It was so powerful. That was a ripple effect. It's like something in me, I gave something to somebody else, and that shifted in them. And so again, that's what this process is. 30-day vibrational shift into, from the first phase is about yourself, the second phase is your community, and the third phase is globally. And it lets us know that we're not as different as we look. You know what I mean? We all love, we all have families, we all take care, we all don't want to be sick, we don't want our families to be sick. We all love art, we love music. There's so many things that we have that we want. You know what I mean? We want running water, we want food. There's so many things in humanity that are the same. You know what I mean? All the dramas and confusions that we go through, a lot of it is inflicted to keep us from uniting and keep us from recognizing who we are. People, as long as we stay divided, as long as we stay not being aware of who and what we are and how we think, they continue to control everything. So it's time some things change. So again, I'm looking for 20 people. If you want to work with me on this process for 30 days, I would really appreciate it. And just inbox me, and we'll go from there. I'm going to pick the 20 and then figure out where we're going to do this. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because when I say all of this is kind of impromptu, because it's me one. My daughter helped me format some stuff, but it's me one. And I'm working with my spirits. I'm working with my spirits to make this a reality. And they was like, this is a necessity. This is a need. You know what I mean? When there's a need that comes out in a frequency, and you pick up on that frequency, and then you can manifest something that is a need. That's where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? And so I am eternally humbled, and I'm eternally grateful. I'm so thankful. I ain't got enough words to express how I feel about this space and about this moving forward. So yeah. So if you're ready to take a 30-day journey with me, I'd appreciate it, and we'll take it from there. But I don't even know what else to say. It's been a lot, and I'm excited to see where this is going. I really am. But I'm going to leave it there because it's nearly 9 o'clock and I got to get my grandbaby. because I still take care of my grandbaby, when my daughter goes to work. And so I'm going to say, we love you and we love me too. And so now I'm going to try and cut these off, all 3 of these, in different ways without messing myself up. But thank you for listening, and all those that see this after the live is gone. And if you do see it later on and you want to connect, inbox me and we'll take it from there. All right. So again, we love you and we love me too. And thank you. And I thank Olodumare, I thank the ancestors, I thank Ifa, I thank Oriye Oshun, I thank Olokun, I thank Ajay, I thank Egbe, I thank Iyalode, I thank my ancestors, my dad. My dad. My dad's been coming through like nobody's business. I am so thankful. I am so grateful. And I'm so humbled that I've been able to do this. So I want to share it. So anyway, let me leave that alone because I could talk forever. Anyway, I love you. Love me too. You have a wonderful, blessed rest of your weekend. Take care. Peace out. I don't know how to do this one now. Shoot. How do I do this?